Hi there, my name's Anthony. I'm a broke guy who makes videos about financial independence and getting your finances under control. Wow, so many people making videos out there in this vertical, they're starting from money. They're able to say, well, if you'll make $80,000 a year. I hate to tell you, most of us do not do that. So this channel is coming from the perspective of you're barely scraping by and you need to do what you can to save what you can and invest what you can. With all that being said, today we're talking about the psychology of paying off debt. Specifically, we're going to be looking at two different methods to pay off debt. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is what's called the debt stacking method, and this makes the most sense. Well, from a certain point of view anyway. The concept of debt stacking is basically this. If you have, let's say, a few different accounts with a few different interest rates, you want to pay off the one with the highest APR or interest rate first, and then the second, and the third, and so on and so forth. And of course, this makes so much logical sense. However, it may not be what works for you. It may not be what works best, and it may not be something that'll help keep you on track. First and foremost, you have to know yourself. So we're going to be talking about two different methods. One will lead to less interest paid overall, and the other is designed for a very special type of person, which I am one, the type of person who actually needs that little bitty dopamine hit of a job well done to keep on trucking. Before I go into the specifics, I need to go ahead and say this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed financial person thingy. So let's imagine a world, if you will, where you have $2,500 on a MasterCard at, I don't know, let's say a 19% interest rate. Second off, in this theoretical, we have $7,500 at a 13% interest rate. And of course, you probably have a car loan at like, let's say you currently owe $4,000 and that's at like an 8% interest rate, which sounds about fairish. Fairish, that's actually a really good interest rate. And last but not least, let's go ahead and throw in a student loan at $1,900 at something like a 5% interest rate. Now, as we look over here, if we are paying down everything in order of the highest interest rate to the lowest, which would, if we did it that way, mean overall you would be paying less. Any extra money that you had while you were paying things down would be thrown towards the MasterCard. It has the highest interest rate. But depending on how much money you have to be able to throw towards this, that can take a long time. Especially once we get to the Visa, that high balance, that could mean that it's a long time before you get to working on the other bills, which may work for some people. If you have that determination, that stick-to-itiveness, that singular, like, this is the way I need to do this, that method can work for a lot of people. However, people like, for instance, myself, we sometimes need to, have that dopamine hit of, hey, I did a good job, I paid off that thing. So let's go ahead and let's look at the second method. Now, the second method, also known as the Avalanche method, it may mean that you pay more interest over time, but it will reward you and keep you on track. Dopamine is the heck of a drug. For those of you who don't know, dopamine is sort of the reward chemical in the brain. This next method, which I believe I mistakenly earlier called the Avalanche method, is the Snowball method. Using the same debts that we put up over here just a moment ago. With this method, here's how we would tackle it. We would start out with the student loan, which is at 5% interest, which doesn't seem like it makes much sense, but it's the one that's closest to being paid off. Meaning, immediately, soon as we get a couple of payments in, we get that reward. Boom! Hey, we've made progress. We have fewer bills, fewer things to keep up with, and we can kind of move on. Now, rather than having all of these accounts, we've put a big ol' X on one of them. Next, we would focus on the MasterCard, and now we're working with extra money because we have that first debt paid off, so we're able to power through that one. Next, we would focus on the car loan, and now we've got a big ol' red X on 2 of our bills, and we just continue the process. This method isn't for everyone. In fact, it's probably not for the vast majority of people. However, anytime it comes to repaying debt or working with your finances, The truth of the matter is, you have to know you. I can't know you. Sometimes, even your partner may not know what works best for you. That's why, if it's your girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever, communicating directly about money, and I know it's a scary prospect, communicating about money with the people who your money actually matters to is super, super important. Because at first, maybe you're scared they might not understand. They probably know you better than you think that they do. So, I'm curious. Let us know in the comments section down below what you think about these two methods. Which one you think will work best for you, or which one has worked best for you in the past. I am super interested to hear what you have to say about these two methods, and also what other methods have you heard about or worked with in the past. Truth be told, I have actually done both of these at different points in my life, and unfortunately, as semi-recently, due to some external factors which I won't go into at the moment, I unfortunately didn't have a chance or really an opportunity to do either of these, and I did end up having to file bankruptcy. I will be making a video about that process in the future. Just keep an eye out to this channel. If you'd like more information about personal finance, investing, whatever the case may be sure to subscribe to this channel, because that's pretty much all I'm talking about until the end of time, or until I'm a millionaire, so probably the end of time. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Anthony. This channel is here for anyone and everyone who wants to learn more about personal finance, the economy, and the whole shebang. We're going to be looking at so much over the course of the next 6 months or so. Thank you so much to two main people. Number one, Michael Scheisel, who's been supporting me on Patreon since day one. If you'd like a personal shout out such as this one, be sure to follow the link down in the description to my Patreon, where you get all kinds of epic bonuses and whatnot, kind of like, me just like sending you random posts, early videos, and all kinds of other things. Person number the second would be Krysis. Krysis, I appreciate you editing this video more than I could ever say in words. And look, Krysis is amazing. He plays FPS style games on his Twitch channel all the time. His link's down there in the description. I would totally appreciate if you went to his channel, told him hi, drop by a comment, that sort of thing. Go ahead, turn on notifications for him so that every time he goes live, you get a little, little ping on your phone. Visit him, tell him how much we appreciate him. That's all I ask. Also, if you have more than a passing affection for me, there are some affiliate links down in the description down below. One of them to Amazon, and there are some others, I'm sure. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead, click on those. Even if you're not going to buy anything, it lets them know that I am sending traffic their way. You can click off, I don't care. I'd also like to thank you for putting up with my silly self. Till next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all those things that absolutely, positively make me love my job. Also, be awesome to yourself and amazing to each other. Bye. Thank you so much for watching today's vlog. If you'd like to watch more content, that's on screen now. Also, if you'd like to support this channel, you can find a Patreon link at the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Next vlog?